Here we go. Here's the vlog.
The ripe age of 24.
Okay, so shoes.
Especially when other people are crying. I cry. Evan!
1, 2, 3, let's get gnarly. 1, 2, 3, let's get gnarly.
In 2017, I graduated college from UMass Amherst. I've always known I wanted to move out to California, even though I'd never been there until I moved. So a few weeks after graduation, my bestie, Liv Spatafor, wanted to come with. So we booked a ticket 3 months out, told everyone so we couldn't back out, and gave ourselves the summer to make as much money as possible. As much money as possible ended up leaving me with $800 to my name after a flight and a month's stay in an Airbnb was booked. Yeah, you heard that right. I moved to California with no job, no car, no place to live, and $800 to my name.
Miss, for $1.
We flew into Huntington Beach and we waited for Liv's car to show up. It didn't for 3 days. We stuffed our tiny convertible with all our suitcases and made the drive down to San Diego. After an hour and a half, about 10 minutes away from our Airbnb, we got rear-ended. We had the Airbnb for 28 days, so we had about 4 weeks to find jobs and a place to live. If I could go back and change anything, it would have been to give myself more time in an Airbnb. 1 month was not enough. I got a job our first day there, and then quit just as quickly because it was door-to-door sales. Then I got hired as an assistant property manager and a kickboxing instructor. But not until our last week. I thought to myself, there's no way I can fucking go home. Like, this was my dream, and if I shit the bed, that will fucking suck. So we ended up finding a cheap place in a weird-ass neighborhood that allowed us to pay month-to-month rent, and that was that. It's also where I found my cat. Or my cat found me. Since then, a lot has happened, but that's for some other videos. I asked my friends who also moved from the East Coast to the West Coast what advice they had for other people who are looking to move away. Here are their stories. Olivia Darlene, any advice? She does in fact live here. If anybody ever needs advice on moving somewhere, she is also available.
Don't total your car the first day you move somewhere.
Yeah.
That's legit advice.
Lock your car.
Move somewhere where you don't need a car. It'll save your life. Yeah.
My roommates you don't want to kill every day.
Yeah, I'm still working on that.
Yeah, same.
Olivia!
Will you stir my pasta?
Can you stir my pot?
Thanks, homie.
So I feel like my biggest advice is even if you have no money, still budget everything and still make a point to add even just like $5 a week to a savings, because when you move out somewhere you're on your own, and I've needed that savings and in fact used it.
For more than just herself.
Yeah.
Tyler and I can both attest to that. Any other words about moving?
Just do it. It's easy.
Nike sponsored him. John Edward Cook.
See.
He is from Buffalo, New York, right?
Yeah.
And you moved to California how many years ago?
First time, 13.
First time.
He moved back.
Oh my god, elaborate. Tell me all about that.
Should I have a rash here?
Shh.
Don't
So,
worry, it's on your penis. No one will see that song. 6 years.
6 years. And why did you move back?
Because after graduating, the economy sucked.
So you moved back to Buffalo, New York.
Yes.
And then what made you move back out here?
I can't stand the snow.
And what would you say to anybody about moving out somewhere away from home?
I mean, if it's truly what you want, do it. But if you're not sure, take a minute. But for me, I knew I wanted it, and I made it happen. And I sacrificed a lot and worked really hard to get where I am, and no regrets.
And do you have any advice for someone who did move someplace, it didn't work out, and they moved home, and then wanting to make that move again?
Yeah, not to give up, because it actually, for me, it made me come back so much stronger. Because one, I have a huge friend support group here, and that enabled me to move out here in the first place, or in the second place. I moved out here again. So there's no shame in having to do what you have to do to go home. It just got me to be focused, recentered. I got a great job traveling all over the world here, so you never know what comes of it. But that's not the end of the world if you move out and have to come back home, and you can always move back.
Boom.
I don't know
Not that
for
much
sure.
time.
I don't. Let's diabetes. I don't know if that's very appropriate.
Can you edit it out if I fart?
Please don't.
What?
Can you edit my face in the video? Is that a thing? Because my forehead is not looking cute.
Evan James Kersey, what advice would you give to anybody who wanted to move away from home?
Have a good, solid plan.
Is that it?
That's about it.
Anything else you want to say about moving abroad as a whole?
Totally
I mean, not
worth it.
abroad. Cross country as a
Oh,
whole.
you know, away from home.
Totally worth it. Is that what you said?
Totally worth it.
No.
I don't know. That's it.
Tyler David Durant.
Who?
Are you related to Kevin Durant?
Yeah, he's my brother.
What would be any advice that you would give to someone who wants to move away from home?
Well, certainly have a plan. I would say do your research before making such a drastic move. You know, for me, I would say give yourself like 4, 5, 6 months to save up money, so that when you're out here, like for me, I didn't have a job when I came out right away, so I made sure that I saved up a bunch of money so that, you know, I had that leeway in case anything happened. I didn't know how long it was going to take for me to get a job, anything like that. So, and then yeah, just go for it. Like if you don't do it and you're waiting for the perfect opportunity, the opportunity is never going to come. You just have to go for it, because stuff's always going to get in the way and you always think of a million other excuses of why you're not going to do something. But at the end of the day, you just gotta think about what makes you happy and just go for it. It's like anything else.
And is there anything that you would do differently? Would have done differently?
Not really, honestly. Like I've really enjoyed my whole journey and everything. Coming out here was something I knew I really wanted to do. Obviously, it would have been a lot more helpful if I had a job coming out here, but I mean, that's just me. I go for it. So, I went get out of here.
So there you have it. If you want to do something, there's literally never gonna be a right time to do it. I mean, sometimes are gonna be better than other times. Like, if you break your leg, probably not like the best time to go hike the Appalachian Trail. But my dad always told me that money is dirty paper and you'll make more of it tomorrow. Make the move. The worst thing that can happen is you don't like it and you start over, but you know, you're just gaining experience. And everybody in the video said that you should have a plan. And I just want to say that they're right. Like, you should definitely make a loose plan of what you want to do when you are moving somewhere. Like, you know, when you're gonna fly there, like, have a place to like crash your first couple of weeks. But no matter how thoroughly you plan, like, nothing is going to go according to plan, and things are always gonna happen. And yeah, so like, definitely do plan something, but don't not move somewhere because you like don't have everything figured out, because even if you do have everything figured out, it's not gonna work out that way anyway. So just fucking do it.